getting ready to go on Facebook Live. And so if you want to check us out there for our Ken and Deb mid-morning show coffee break.
Yeah, join with us, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you come into the picture or come into the comments or however you come into that thingamajig that we
Deb
do.
will be looking for pictures.
On Facebook.
If it happens, it happens. However, you can join.
You know what? Yesterday I was watching a Facebook Live.
Yeah.
And I kept thinking the person could see me. I don't know. In my mind, I'm thinking, oh, they're watching me. I better
be good.
It has that little eye on there, And so I didn't want to set down my phone because I was like, well,
if I do that, they can't see me.
Yeah, I don't want, in my.
Yeah, I know. Our minds have to get wrapped around technology,
because of Zoom and all this where we can see each other. It was like in my mind, and I'm like, no, they can't see you. They just know that you're watching.
Right.
That you're.
And then on the other hand, when you're doing Zoom and you see something happen in the background of somebody else's camera, you think it's behind you.
Right.
You're going, wait, what happened?
Oh, the brain's not quite used to all this yet.
Yep, takes a little bit of getting used to.
But it's great technology. We're glad we have it.
That's right. So join us on Facebook Live if you got a chance to do that this morning. Ken and Deb in the morning, I should say, is where you can do that on Facebook. And also, if technology works, we're going to be visiting with another former Moody student coming up here in just a bit on this Giving Day for the Moody Bible Institute. Right now, though, it's Salvador and Shine on Moody Radio. All right. So, it's Giving Day here at the Moody Bible Institute, which means that...
former Moody.
Yes. And so we are going to hopefully be talking with another Moody student coming up here in just a bit. I know that we're going to talk again with Jared Hall and Lewis Knutson at around 8:30 this morning.
Well, Pastor Jim Augustine can't join us because he is doing his morning devotion on YouTube right now.
Well, there you go.
So we could check him out on YouTube, though. You could go and see what he's speaking about on YouTube. But he is another great Moody grad that's using his education to further the kingdom right here in our community.
Yeah, and also we're going to be talking to Dr. Mark Jobe, who's the president of the Moody Bible Institute. And we're going to be talking with him, who is a former Moody student as well, in about 25 minutes. So, lots of great opportunities to find out about how Moody has made impact in people's lives and is still making impact in other people's lives through those students.
I love these stories because, you just can't understand the impact of what these students, how God has used these students around the world. I don't think we'll ever really understand the impact because they go all over the world and they become missionaries and teachers and people that are in the public sector as well, like Lewis Knutson, that are shining their light and having that great Bible education. So just appreciate your support. Thank you so much for supporting the students there. That's one thing we can do. To help further the kingdom is send out missionaries with two legs, as Moody would say. Yeah,
and you're doing that when you make a gift to the Moody Bible Institute, like during Giving Day. It can be like a $5 gift or a $50 gift or a $500 gift or whatever you can do to help. You will be helping to sponsor part of their tuition costs for a student at the Moody Bible Institute. So, pretty exciting stuff.
Yep, it is. So thank you so much, and thanks for joining with us here on Facebook this morning. We just appreciate you listening in and supporting us here at Moody, and we hope that you'll call in some things that you'll never do again after the pandemic. That was a question that we threw out there earlier today, is what are 3 things that you'll never do again? And we had a pretty funny one that Deb sent in, and we'll share that with you coming up here shortly.
In about 10 seconds, actually. So as we're going to go back on the air. There's Salvador. The song is called Shine on Moody Radio, Quad Cities. Thanks for being along with us. And one thing that I am really appreciative of being in the studio today, well, there's a lot of things. You guys, of course, being able to be with you
Aw.
guys. But the speedy internet that we have, because out on the farm, it is not that speedy to be able to do something. But it's so nice to have that super fast internet. And you think you just want to basically go, okay, I got to check this out. Boom, it's there.
Isn't that wonderful?
You know, at home, it's got to go, okay, I think I'll go read a couple comic books, come back, and it's done, But here, yeah, so I'm thankful for that.
The thing is, though, you get used to the fast internet, and then, you get impatient if it takes more than a second. You're like, well, you're not, but I am like hitting it over and over again.
Yes.
Why is it not happening? Well, maybe you're looking forward to going back to fast internet after this pandemic because you're in the situation Ken was, or maybe some other things that you will want to go back to or never go back to again.
Yes.
And Deb says she never wants to go back to trim her own hair.
Yes. So one thing that you'll never go back to again, or that you'll never do again after this pandemic is over with, what is that? Yeah, so Deb said never trim my own hair again. So, all right. How about you? Let us know, 800-221-9356.
Yeah, that was a funny one. I was thinking of trimming my own hair, but haven't decided to try that yet.
Well, if I say this, people will go, we know. But no, I cut my own hair.
Mm-hmm.
I have the old Flowbee. If people know what a Flowbee is, it hooks up to your vacuum, and it actually, you turn the vacuum cleaner on, and then it's also electric powered, but it has a trimmer. And then you have these pieces of tubing or plastic that hook onto the cut head for the length of your hair.
Okay.
And then you take that and you turn the vacuum on because that sucks away the hair so you don't have the mess. But then you can trim according to the length that you want, and then you just trim it, and it takes away the hair. And now my wife does trim around my ears and my neck for
She
me
does a
after
nice job.
But
Yeah.
the old Flowbee.
When you first said Flowbee, I was imagining like this big hat that goes on your head, like an inverted, what do you call that thing that you clean out the toilet with? Not the toilet, but plunger.
The plunger?
Like a plunger on your head. When you first said that, I was like, oh, it's like a plunger, and then it just all swoops up there and cuts it.
When you were saying that, I was thinking of on the Mel Brooks movie where they've got the big helmet. I'm the helmet. So anyway, so how about if we take a call? We got
All right,
somebody that's
let's
taking
go
a
on.
call here. Good morning, Moody Radio. Who's this?
Carolyn.
Hi,
Hi,
Carolyn.
Carolyn.
Mine's a pedicure.
Oh, have you tried that at home?
Oh, honey, I can't even reach down there anymore.
And if you do get down there, you got to think of other things to do while you're down there,
Right.
That's great,
Oh,
Carolyn.
that's fun.
Hey,
Thanks, Carolyn.
Thanks for calling.
Bye.
Bye.
5 seconds.
Oh, that's funny.
Thanks so much for being along with us here on this Thursday morning at 7:11. And, we've been hearing some great stories of students already this morning that have gone to the Moody Bible Institute. But we'd like to know how Moody Radio has maybe had an impact in your life as well during this time when we're kind of, stuck at home and not being able to get out very much. Maybe Moody Radio has been kind of a lifeline for you, or you've been able to use it as a ministry tool to tell others about God's Word through the radio. And we'd love to hear your stories, and we've got a way that you can do that.
We do, and I don't have the phone number right in front of
It
me.
is
I'm sorry,
855-888-9635, I believe.
Thank you. I have so many papers. Oh, I found it.
Did you?
I found it eventually.
Okay, so
855-888-4695.
4695. Okay, didn't have the last four
Yes.
digits correct, but 4695. All right. So call that and share maybe a sentence or two about how Moody Radio has made an impact in your life, and we'll be using those coming up to tell others
That's
about
right.
Moody Radio.
So that others can get involved in this ministry, because
Yep.
this really is about doing ministry together.
It
We
is.
could never
We're a team.
do this alone. We need each other. So thank you so much for doing that for us. And once again, the number is 855-888-4695.
7:13. Here's Big Daddy Weave with I Know on Moody Radio. Gotta love live radio. I had the first 6 digits.
Well, that's
Got
good.
that part memorized.
Well, it's a confusing number to me, because a lot of times toll-free numbers will start with the second 3 digits that are in this
It'll
particular.
start with 888.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And this one starts with
855.
855, and
Yes.
that's what gets me confused. So I then second guess myself, and I'm like, yeah,
We made it through.
I'm the queen of excuses.
Nobody got hurt. We're okay. We made it through.
Hey, do you guys want to check out the comments section of the live video? We've got some people chiming in.
Hey, is that your passive aggressive way of saying, look at the video, you dummy?
This is how you herd cats without them knowing.
Well, Jeremy, if I could get the video up on my computer, I would love to do that.
Well, I'll tell you that there's Jordan that's listening in. Hi, Jordan and Ruth. Thanks so much. And she said, you and Deb have traded places. So that's pretty funny, because we kind of have, Ruth, because I got used to standing here during this pandemic where Ken is mostly at home. So
Yes.
he let me stay where I'm used
There it
to,
is.
which was very nice of him. And then also Jerry's with us this morning, and
Shelley
Jan.
and Heidi and Joe and did you
Hey,
say all
Jared
them?
gave himself a pandemic haircut.
Oh, there you go.
He did that. And
Did you
Shelley
say
s-
Jan too?
Oh, I think, yeah, Jan. She said it's funny listening to the ad and seeing your lips moving.
I see your lips moving, but I'm not hearing anything.
Yes. That's how I feel sometimes when we're Zooming with people and we can't hear them yet, and I see their
Right.
lips moving, and yet, yeah, don't know what they're saying. Joe's joining us. Thanks, Joe. It's good to see you this morning. Good to hear from you. I guess I can't really see you, but
They can
we
see
had this
you,
discussion
though.
before.
Maybe it's a good thing you can't see them, because then you'd be afraid of doing something.
Right.
You know?
Right. You know, in the morning we're in different places too.
Yes.
And so there's some places where I would not want to see people. And they would not want to see me.
I just remember one time, it wasn't at this station, but it was at another Christian station I was at. And we went out to do a concert or something. We're standing, there and greeting people. And this big burly guy, I mean, big, like 6'5", and just huge, big beard, comes up and he goes, I just want you to know I shower with you every morning. And I went, that's a little more information than I need to know.
Probably took a while to get that picture out of your mind.
Right? Yeah. But it is great that's the neat part about radio is you
Yeah.
can take take your
Right.
favorite station with you wherever you go.
Yep. Yep.
And so
I know. Saturday mornings I love bringing my phone into the not into the shower, but
yeah.
so I can listen into great music while I'm taking a shower.
Right.
So, yep.
It's funny watching the video after it happens on Facebook Live, because I was just watching. I looked down and I saw when I was making the gesture about the big guy in the shower.
Yeah, because there's a little bit of a
Little bit
delay.
of a delay. And
Oh,
so
Heidi. Did you see what Heidi said? Hi, Heidi. I should say that over the air. I mean, but that's funny.
it's all right. She's got help with knowing what day of the week it is. That's great, Heidi. Well, then you can keep track of the days for us, Heidi,
Yeah.
and let us know, because we're confused a lot of the time.
Boy, this is a lot of fun.
That's Big Daddy Weave, and it's called I Know. That is their latest here on Moody Radio at 7:17 on this Moody Giving Day today. So we've been going to be joined by Dr. Mark Jobe coming up here in just about 10, 15 minutes or so to talk about his experience as a Moody graduate, and now kind of come full circle, and now he's leading the Moody Bible Institute into the next generation, into the next who knows what God has in store.
That's right.
For Moody. So it's pretty exciting to see that.
Yeah. And the Moody Bible Institutes are persisting during this time in ministry during this COVID-19 pandemic. And so we're going to find out about that too. I'm really excited to find out how they're continuing in ministry. And maybe you're listening in right now and you're saying, I'm continuing in ministry and I was a Moody grad.
Right.
Well, why not give us a call?
Yeah.
Let us know about your experience, because we have a lot of Moody grads right here in our area, and you could really shine the light on what you experienced by going to Moody and how God is using your life in ministry right now. We'd love to hear about that.
Exactly. And it doesn't have to mean that you're necessarily in church ministry or anything like that, because God can use you even in the secular environment with your education you got from Moody, which we heard from Lewis Knudsen a while ago. So, call or text us with your experience, 800-221-9356.
Well, this sure has been fun. It's good to be back. I mean,
Yeah.
it's good to have you back. I've been back, but
Jordan, I'm
You never
laughing really
left.
hard at your story. What was that?
Deb said, it's good to be back. I'm glad to be back. And I said, you never left.
Sometimes it feels like it. We catch ourselves coming and going.
oh boy. I'll tell you though, the confusion over what day it is something that has really been hard during this pandemic. Is even if coming to work, it's hard to remember because the normal things aren't normal anymore.
Right. That's true.
The benchmarks that sometimes you have been changed because of people not being where they're used to being.
Right. Yes.
They're working
Well-
at home or different,
We were just talking yesterday about Todd Nettleton, who comes on the show every other Wednesday.
Right.
And just how quickly it seems like he's showing up. I'm like, wait, wasn't he just here last week?
I know. It's like, what, is he a regular every week now or what? No, it's crazy how time goes by. Also, we've noticed just a difference in listening patterns with our listeners, and how they maybe are not getting up as early because they don't have to right now
Right.
because of maybe working from home, so they don't have to get up quite as early to go into work, or maybe they're just not working at the moment, and so they're sleeping in a little bit more, and so the listening patterns have changed, and so it's interesting to see that and how you can keep track of that, and so
we're thinking we shouldn't start the morning show till at least 7.
yeah, I like that idea. I did hear about one station that is actually staying on longer, and it's kind of a spontaneous thing. If they have something
Okay.
going on, they have the freedom to stay on longer or something.
Oh,
So,
that's nice.
That was an interesting idea.
Yeah, that's great.
It's 7:21, and news update is on the way here shortly, as well as we'll be visiting with Dr. Mark Jobe from the Moody Bible Institute, too, as well, in about 10 minutes or so from right now. But during this time where we have a lot of uncertainty in our life, we don't really know what's going to happen financially or with our jobs or different things like that. There's a lot of people feeling anxiety and fear and uncertainty. We have some resources we hope that you'll take advantage of because they're free. They come from Moody Publishers and Moody Radio, but and it's really easy to get them as well.
You text HOPE to our phone number, that's HOPE, to 800-221-9356. You'll get a couple links back, and you can check out the resources. And a lot of them have been added. Each week there have been new resources added or new opportunities for new free ebooks added.
That's right.
So you might want to, look at that and see if there's something that, looks interesting to you or that you think will really meet a need for where you're at right now.
Yeah, or if you know somebody, you can pass that on to someone else as well. So
Right.
just text the word HOPE, HOPE. That's it. No emojis, no signatures, no nothing in your text. Just the word HOPE to 800-221-9356. That's 800-221-9356. We'll send you those 2 links back, and then you can click on those and go to those resources. News is next. Here's Ryan Stevenson on Moody Radio. So this other radio station, they actually are taking a poll some days
Okay.
their listeners saying, hey, we're talking about this. Should we stay on with this or not? And people then will respond, and then they'll stay on the air for another 15, 20
Wow.
minutes
Wow.
at times, or an hour sometimes, depending on what they're talking about
Okay.
or what's going on the show, and so I thought that
That'd
was
be really
interesting.
hard if they said no.
Hopefully they're not like, no, turn it off now. Leave us now.
And they said they've had that where they've not gotten a response, and they said, okay, we're going to end the show today, and boom, they're done.
Okay.
And so,
Well, I guess there's a real freedom in that too, and just
Yeah.
kind of being led by the Spirit.
right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
That's cool.
and I don't know what some of their big topics were that kept them on the air, but yeah, it might be just something that they're talking about, dealing with an issue in somebody's life, and
Right.
people resonated with that
Yeah,
and needed to hear that conversation. So that's pretty cool.
that is really cool.
But
It's a good idea too to have that freedom to
Yeah.
be able to
well,
minister.
yeah, I mean, right now, just like we said, new normal gets redefined each and every day, I think.
Right. And I was, convicted yesterday because I was at one place and I was talking with a friend that was at another place, and I felt after the conversation I was a little I don't know, not as gracious as I should have. You know what I mean? Like, I think we all have to realize we're at different places and we're taking this
Right.
differently,
Sure.
and try to wrap our mind around how we can go through this and be hands and feet of Jesus to others and meet people where they're at instead of
Yeah.
making them feel like they have to be where we're at.
Sure.
That
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that's really where picking up your cross daily and following Him
Right.
really comes into play. We have to be thinking of others.
Yes,
And it's so hard sometimes when our flesh takes over, and
it is.
and we get a little cranky and we get a little selfish, and all that kicks in, and we get that way. It's just but when we realize that, and we can actually say, no, Lord, I need your help right now. I need you to be the focus and not myself, and then hopefully we'll do that more often than not, and use that as a motivator to help others, and not be so self-centered.
That's right.
And so, and he says he will give us rest if we turn to him.
Right.
And so, anyway,
We desperately need him.
yeah,
Desperately need him and his power in our life.
that's right.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for joining us for the Ken and Deb mid-morning show coffee break. We'll do it again next week, only it'll be next Friday when we do this. So anyway, thanks for watching. We appreciate it.
Have a great Thursday.